everybody.
So, as like all of us, we all kind of like get to know each other from the church, and we all came together in the prison ministry. So, we connected majorly together. So, we all going through life experiences, all of us. I know I have, Marsha, you have, and Jasmine. So, if there's something that, you feel like you can impact somebody, just go ahead.
Well, I'm thinking about sisterhood. The fact that we came together in unlikely places. We're going to jail, people. We went to jail, people, to get to know each other. That's when we realized that God had us for a purpose. We were just going there as support, but then we ended up becoming sisters. And that's what I loved about it. This is the crazy sister. This is the mommy sister, and I'm still trying to figure out who I am.
No, she got it backwards. She's the crazy sister. Okay? I'm the mommy, and she's the wise one.
Yes.
Barely some days.
We yet surviving. But I love the fact that, we come from different backgrounds. The good thing is we're all married. I think, Jazz, you're more recently married than any one of us.
3 years.
3 years. Yeah. I'm going to 6 years, and you've been with
That's
your...
an old timer.
Yeah. I've been together 33
She's a vet.
years.
She's a vet.
I'm the vet.
And it's amazing because all three of us, we go through the same exact thing when we're married. I'm like, yo, these dudes are a little bit crazy sometimes. And I'm like, yo, did God put us together? Did we put each other together? But once we figured out that we were together for a purpose, that's when you had to put all the crazy and the cray-cray aside and realize that God has a purpose for me and my husband. We are not quite sure what it is yet, but we'll see what it is. But since Jazzy, you're a newbie, what is the most challenging thing that you run into?
Even in 3 years, you're getting to know each other. Like, we have a 2-year-old. We're a blended family, so I have an 11-year-old stepson, and then I have one on the way. And so it's still, Zachariah, Nehemiah, and Jeremiah. And we're still go through our ups and downs, and right now we're in the middle of a real tough season, and to be honest and be tangible and to be real, we're going through it right now. And it's like, you think you're there, you think you know that person, and you think you've meshed it, and it's still something comes along. And it could be issues with the children, and it could be finances, and it could be, let's be honest, I just don't like you today. You cute. You cute. And there's been times I told him, I said, you is cute, but I just don't like you today. And he don't like me today. And so it's hard. It's hard. That is the constant thing to me, that day upon day, I'm still learning him, and I'm still learning me. I'm still learning me, who I am as a wife.
Right.
While I'm learning who I am as a mother, and who I am as a stepmother, and who I am as a working mother. It's trying to fix all that stuff. Like, how am I gonna get 8 hours done of the work day? Come home, I have to do laundry, I have to cook, I don't really cook all the time, but when I do try to throw something together and make sure homework's done, you are exhausted, and it's still trying to find all that balance. And I have not hit. There's days I've hit it, and there's days I haven't hit it. There's seasons it's been great, and there's seasons it's been hard. And I'm in a place that it's hard. It's hard right now. I just called my sister yesterday, and I'm like, pray for me. I'm going through it. It's hard. So, it's pushing through those things day after day after day, because you deal with your work stuff, and then you deal with your home stuff.
Absolutely.
And so that's what I would say the hardest is that day after day, year after year, you're still learning each other.
That's true.
You're still learning each other.
That's true.
And I think I know him, and I do know him, but there's something else that comes along, and I'm like, whoa, okay, that's different. And it's getting through that hurdle and pushing through that part. So that's what I would say is still getting to know him and still getting to know myself as a wife.
And I agree, because even with me, 5 years, he'll say something and it's almost like a gut punch to me. And I'm like, can I get a divorce now? Can I do an audible right now? Because I want to leave. I want to leave out of this situation. I want to run away from it. Fortunate for you, you have children, but me, I have adult children, like an adult child, because I have a son, and there is really nothing that we have together that would say, well, you know what, because we have kids, then we're gonna work through this. That's not my case, and I can see why. Okay, it's for the kids, we're gonna hang on, but for me, I want to go sometimes. I'm like, look, I didn't sign up for this. This is not what I signed up for. However, I also know that there's a greater purpose, for us both. And, I'll look at him. I'm just like, Jazz, I'm like, I don't like you today. And the Bronx, whatever I'm mixed up with, is going to start to come out, and don't go to sleep tonight kind of thing, But it is hard. Even after going into 6 years, it is hard. And it's like I'm still learning him, because our guards are still up. Which is crazy. Our guards are still up, and I was like, I don't trust you. I have trust issues. I don't trust you. Wait a minute. I'm going to sleep, but I don't trust you. And why are you 2 minutes late? But I really don't want you to be home. It's like what? It's like
my husband sent me this video of a prank call, like this girl pranking her boyfriend. I said, what you mean by that? It ain't funny to me. And so I'm like, I don't get it. And I was like, and so, I was like, you lucky your teeth look so cute. I'm like, but you still get on my nerves.
I don't think you ever stop learning your husband. Really, you don't.
Yes,
I think we've been to 33 years, and I'm still learning him. It took me a while to just get used to his way of joking. He has this dark humor, and sometimes he would tell me a joke, and I'd be like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? I go off like a rocket. And he's like, I was just joking. But I didn't know that, so I had to learn.
Intro, please. Joke coming first. Okay, throw the dark humor. I'm ready for you.
So you're still learning. Even after 33 years, I'm still learning my husband. Because our languages change as we change.
Yeah.
So though, we change every day. It's not like you change and now you know him perfectly. I can tell you his heartbeat beats just like mine. And we have moments where he can end my sentences and I can start his. But it's just at the point where we still have to learn one another, because we're learning every day. Our experiences change, and our walk with God is what makes us see each other different every day.
Exactly.
Something is always going to come up. Something is always going to be said. Something is always going to be done. You're always learning your husband. And I pray to God that I'm continually being a student and learning my husband. That I even though I may have a master's degree, let me still get my doctorate. Let me just keep going for it. Because you never really know who you're married to.
I just got my GED, girl.
I'm right there with you. I'm just getting my GED
you got
too.
Your master's,
you got
my GED.
GED. I didn't even finish school. I'm still trying to figure it out. I got work to do.
I got work to do.
Yeah. I'm hoping that maybe I'll graduate to maybe an associate's, or
I don't even know if you like me though. We'll see when the show airs. Stay tuned to the next episode. Let's see if Stephen made it.
She come back on the show talking about,
all my business.
we not together anymore.
God is taking me in the season in the desert.
He's taking to a different season.
No, the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar.
That's funny.
It becomes hard. Like when me and Derek, when we got together for the first time, we were just kids. I just turned 17 years old. He was 17. But you were 17. Don't say you were 16. You were 17. And so I was 17. He was 17. We kind of like got thrown together. And God told me he was my husband. And I was 17 years old. And I was like, no, he ain't. So it was kind of like a struggle with me with God. But I knew who he was from the beginning. I just didn't see that ever coming to pass. So like with him, it was always a learning experience because he was quiet and I was the talker, and so I was always talking and he hardly ever talked. So it's like it was really a one-way conversation. Remember those days, Derek? Yes. But if you would give him a topic and he would discuss it, like Derek, when I met him, he was comic collector, so I knew how to talk to him about comic books and
so you spoke to the quote unquote the king in him. You knew how to pull it out.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what a lot of us, we see the best in our men, which is what I love. And then you see them rise to a whole nother occasion, and every now and then they'll drop the ball and act like they're 2. I'm like, babe, okay, I'll let it go. You know, I'm not gonna say that I won't act like I'm 2 years old too, because sometimes I get like really like a
No,
kid.
I'm horrible. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm horrible.
Yeah.
But I have to be real, because he'll tell you, like, no, you know, it hasn't been a walk in the park. Like, I've been horrible. There's days that he's been like really, like, who are you? Like, and so, but I will always see, like, there's not there's not a thing that I cannot forgive him for. Because my heart is not hard for him. Yeah. And so he doesn't believe. And there's days like, how he doesn't believe that. But I still get butterflies when I give my husband a kiss. And it's like I may not like what he does, but who he is, I like, because I see where God can take, what God has inside of him, what God can do for him, through him, and what God can use him for. But I think as a wife, I haven't always cultivated that. Because I'm dealing with my own issues and my own hurt and my own insecurities. And so that is where I have failed in this walk of being a wife. That I haven't cultivated that gift that was given to me.
Right.
And so while I look at him and like, ugh, you're so ugh. Like, really? I have to think, but what have I done and what have I not done in the seasons when it's been low and the seasons it's been high?
Right.
But you know, you said something cute there. We weren't taught to be wives.
No, not at
Where did
all.
our moms teach us this is the way? I came from a dysfunctional home. I think my parents were married for maybe 3 years or something like that. I saw a lot of abuse going back and forth, and I'm like, that's not good, you know.
Yeah.
So my version of what a man and a wife and a husband and a wife should be is not according to what God says it's supposed to be. You know, I saw infidelity, I saw all this, but if God said in his word, like, he put man and woman together, you know, and that's what they're supposed to be. He didn't put Sheila and Joey and all these people together, but we see infidelity in the relationships. And I didn't see what a normal relationship was. I didn't know what a mom or a dad was supposed to do. You were yelling at each other. They didn't get along. I'm like, come on, is that normal? So guess what we did? We mirrored that same exact thing. So now I don't think my husband loves me if he's not yelling at me. Or if my husband is acting this way, that's love, because that is my definition of love. And so many women, they go through that, and it's like, yeah, if he's not doing that to me, I know he doesn't love me. But if the word of God, what is the fruit of the Spirit? It's gentle, it's kind, you know? I mean, come on, if you're not being kind to one another, then we're not walking truly how God says that we're supposed to be as wives. And I struggle with that because I am a beast, especially in the morning, but I am learning to grow up a little bit, put a smile, hi baby, instead of
I just don't leave the room till I hear the door slam and then I walk out. You would say